In a vibrant city filled with endless opportunities, there lived a young man named Mark. Mark was ambitious and determined to succeed, launching venture after venture in the hope of achieving his dream of financial freedom. However, time and again, his businesses would crumble, leaving him with more questions than answers. Despite his best efforts, each failure seemed to sting a little deeper than the last. Mark's journey was marked by sleepless nights, countless setbacks, and the constant pressure to prove himself. Friends and family urged him to try harder, while critics warned him that perhaps he was chasing an impossible dream. Frustrated and disheartened, Mark began to doubt his own abilities. The bitter taste of failure had become all too familiar. One rainy evening, while Mark sat alone in his small apartment, he received a call from an old mentor named Samuel, a man known for his wisdom and a life rich in hard-earned experiences. Samuel invited Mark to meet him at a quiet lakeside park the next day. With nothing left to lose, Mark agreed. At the park, under a canopy of overhanging trees and the soft sound of raindrops on the lake, Samuel greeted Mark with a warm smile. Without wasting a moment, Samuel said, "Mark, I know you have faced many setbacks, but tell me, what have you learned from all these failures?" Mark hesitated. I have learned that nothing ever goes as planned. I feel lost, as if each failure confirms that I am not cut out for success." Samuel reached into his bag and pulled out a small, cracked clay pot. "Look at this pot," he said. "Years ago I had a pot just like this, one that broke under pressure. Instead of discarding it, I repaired it with care. Every crack became a part of its story, a reminder that even in brokenness, there is beauty and strength. Just like this pot, your failures are not marks of weakness. They are lessons that shape you." Mark listened intently as Samuel continued. "Every failure is a teacher. They force you to reevaluate your methods, to build resilience, and to discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. When you learn to see failure as a necessary step toward growth, you no longer fear it. You embrace it." As the conversation deepened, Samuel shared stories of his own missteps and the valuable insights he had gained. "I lost businesses, friends, and even confidence along the way," he admitted. "But those failures led me to understand what truly matters. They taught me that success is not about never falling, but about rising every time we fall." Mark began to see his own struggles in a new light. The sting of defeat was slowly transforming into a source of wisdom and strength. "So you're saying that my failures are not the end of the road, but a signpost directing me toward a better path?" he asked softly. "Exactly," replied Samuel. "Embrace every failure as a stepping stone. Learn from each mistake, and let them guide you to a more refined version of yourself. Remember, the greatest successes are often built on the ruins of past failures." Inspired and rejuvenated by Samuel's words, Mark left the park with a newfound resolve. He realized that the value of failure lay not in the pain it caused, but in the lessons it imparted. From that day forward, he began to approach each challenge with a sense of curiosity rather than dread. Every setback became an opportunity to learn, adjust his course, and grow stronger. Over time, Mark's renewed perspective transformed his life. He started small, gradually building a business that, while not without its hurdles, thrived because he had learned to persevere. Mark understood that success was not defined by the absence of failure, but by the courage to continue despite it. Lesson: the value of failure is immense. It is the crucible in which true growth is forged. Each setback teaches us resilience, creativity, and the importance of persistence. Rather than fearing failure, We should welcome it as a powerful teacher that refines our character and guides us toward our ultimate success. Embrace your failures, learn from them, and let them light the path to a brighter future.